Guys, we got so much news coming in just one day, and I'm saying, based on all the numbers I'm seeing, based on all the projections I'm seeing, I'm convinced that there is a realistic probability that Kamala Harris could possibly outdo Barack Obama's electoral votes. Okay, and this is what I will be telling y'all. But first, let's go back to the good old map. Okay, what did Obama do in 2008 against McCain? He got 365 electoral votes against McCain's 173. And 365 is a pretty good number because that's the number of days in a year. So what he got that is different from what I think Biden got, or rather what Harris would have been getting if she got the same map. So let's take a look at the Harris versus Trump. If Harris did Obama's performance by state, she'll be getting 357. Now look, we hear the GOP, we hear the Republicans complain all the time. The elections are rigged. It's all rigged. The numbers are not fair. Look, Harris lost 8 electoral votes for winning exactly the same states. That is the same as losing. That if it was GOP, it's the same as losing Kentucky or Alabama or Louisiana. Like, can you imagine the rage of the MAGA people if they were to just lose Kentucky out of nowhere? If they were to lose Louisiana out of nowhere? This is rigged, by the way. Like, electoral college is rigged against the Democrats. But never mind, we're not here to complain. We're here to analyze, could Kamala Harris beat Obama's number, which is 365 electoral votes. And I'm here to say, for the first time ever, and I'm the first person to say it who's live streaming on YouTube, that she has a possibility. I'm not saying she will. I'm not saying she has a good possibility. But she has a possibility, again, of beating Obama's 365. If she were to go to this map and take the swing states, in which I think she would take the swing states plus Florida, which Obama took, but the only thing she's going to take extra is the big state of Texas. If she takes Texas, she's almost for certainty going to overtake Obama's electoral landslide. And this will be the electoral landslide of the century. And in this case, if you look at Obama's numbers, he took, I think, Iowa, Ohio, and Indiana, which is what he took. So let me just undo the ones that I selected Harris just for balancing out the electoral vote loss due to the electoral college, which is just unfair. But again, this is the map, and Obama wasn't able to take Arizona. Obama wasn't able to take Georgia, but he did get North Carolina. I know it says Harris-Trump, but it's the same map, right? Because the electoral votes are outdated, so I'm just using the new map, which reflects exactly the same number of wins in terms of states. So yeah, and for the fact that Obama won by this much, but look, Iowa plus Ohio plus Indiana is 17 plus 17, that is 34. But Texas itself is 40 electoral votes. So all Kamala Harris has to do now really is to just pick up Texas. I know just sounds like a slight, like, oh, it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy, but it is possible. Again, like I say, it is possible. But before we go to Texas, let's put our foot on the ground. What about all the swing states? Is she going to take the swing states? Like all these 7 swing states? So before we get to Florida, we'll save Texas for last. Before we do that, let's take a look at the swing states. And then we'll take a look at Florida. And then we'll take a look at Texas. And we'll see, what are her chances? What are her realistic chances of beating Obama in this race? So you would think I will start from Wisconsin, go to Michigan, go to Pennsylvania. No, I'm going to start from the state of North Carolina, because that's critical. If Donald Trump is unable to take North Carolina, he virtually has no path to victory. right? He has to win like a ridiculous amount. He has to win Georgia, Arizona, like Pennsylvania, and Nevada, right? Or Wisconsin or Michigan. Like, and these are not the places he's gonna win. Like, Kamala Harris will win this. Like, if she loses Pennsylvania out of a sudden, like, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Pennsylvania numbers are looking excellent for Kamala Harris, especially early voting numbers. But if Kamala Harris wins North Carolina, look, she's gonna win. Like, this will give her the win. We don't need Wisconsin, we don't need Nevada, which are going in Kamala Harris's way, but this itself would seal the deal. She will win the election straight out. If she wins North Carolina, pretty much she's gonna win the election. I mean, this is so we want to take a look at North Carolina. I know everyone's saying Pennsylvania. We will go through Pennsylvania. Of course, we're going through all 7 of them. Tonight's stream is going to be crazy. We'll go through every single one of them. We're going to add Florida and Texas on top of those 7 swing states. And we'll look at every one of them. I'm going to give you a conclusion why it's actually possible that she could beat Obama's numbers. So let's start with the state of North Carolina. Before we do that, let's go back to North Carolina. How did Biden do? This is Biden's map in North Carolina. As you can see, when it comes to Biden, you know, he did lose North Carolina by less than 100,000 votes. And the percentage difference is 1.3%. So this is not even, I mean, it's significant, don't get me wrong. It's pretty significant. A 1.3% swing. I mean, not even 1.3% swing, a 0.65% swing. It may not sound like a lot, but if Biden's at his limit, this could be the cap Biden could go, because Trump got 49.9, right? And this Trump's number has to go down for Biden to win. Because otherwise, like, unless Biden is able to get every other independent vote sitting at 50.1%, which is ridiculous. So if Trump doesn't lose steam, it's going to be kind of hard for Harris to win. But Trump is losing steam, which is what I'm going to tell y'all. Look at all the areas that went to Biden, right? You look at all these areas. These blue areas all went to Biden. They don't got all that many votes, right? You see all these big city centers. They went to Biden. What is missing in Biden here is the link between the 2 big cities, right? Between Watauga and Buncombe. Like, these counties in between, he's missing them. These counties between Charlotte and Buncombe, and he's missing them. Like, all these links between big cities, he is missing these links. He got the link between Guilford and Wake. Like, he's got Raleigh. He's got Raleigh and Winston-Salem. He got this whole link over here. This is normal, but he's missing the city links. This is causing him to lose the election. These city links, like, look how overwhelmingly Trump some of them is. Look at Davidson. Davidson alone, if Trump is to lose like a little bit, if it's even-handed, if it's 64,000 to 22,000, if it was 40,000 to 40,000, that's what? That's 20 more thousand. No, that is 40 more thousand swing in between. Like, that's almost enough to make up the difference between how much he lost in North Carolina, right? It finishes the link between Davidson and Rowan. That's it. Biden would have won North Carolina. Like, we don't even need the link between Charlotte and Raleigh. Like, we don't need this link. Like, this link is pretty important. You see how many votes are there in between the links? These linking counties between cities. These are what we quote-unquote call suburbs, but we usually imagine suburbs as rings around big cities, which is also the correct way of viewing it, but it's not the only way, because the links are far more likely to be more city-like than just rungs around the city itself, right? And I'm going to prove it to you. This, let me see. Okay, this is the very detailed map of North Carolina. This is the map we really want to look at. Frank Malloy, HMM, JD Barner. You guys are so early. I love y'all. I love all of you. Look, let me give y'all some love. Tonight's stream is gonna be crazy. So let's go back to North Carolina. Look, these are the population centers. Look at Durham County, look at Guilford County. We look at these cities, Charlotte, in Mecklenburg County, and Cumberland County, where Fayetteville is. Like, these are almost exactly correlate to the ones Biden won. But look, he lost the links between the cities. He lost these links, and these are the ones that cost him North Carolina, right? If we go back to the map over here, we zoom in a little bit. You take a look. Trump is up 22 in Harnett. Trump is up how many? Where was the previous one? Let me zoom out. Sorry about that. Davidson, Trump is ahead. Again, like, look at how much Donald Trump. Davidson itself, 42,000 more votes from Trump, right? And look at Rowan. That's another like 20,000 more votes from Trump. This singular link cost Biden North Carolina, which he didn't need, but it would be nice, right? You look at between Charlotte, another like 17,000 in Stanley County, right? You look at Montgomery, another 4,000. The links here, this is and Moore County is a place where Biden relatively did well, other than the other parts. Donald Trump still beat him by more than 16,000 votes. And between Harnett, right? You look at Harnett County, that's another 13,000 votes. The city links he is losing, which is very abnormal. Usually, links between cities are very much more likely to be Democratic than other areas. But if you take a look at the change from 2016, you start to see a different picture, right? Look at the link between Guilford and Mecklenburg, where Charlotte is, the largest city center in North Carolina, if I'm not wrong. Rowan County going more Democratic. Davidson County going more Democratic. This means if the trend from 2016 to 2020 were to follow from 2020 to 2024, this means the link is gonna be stronger. We're gonna talk about the city links. I know it's sort of like a foreign concept to y'all, but it is not. These are the places where Democrats will show up strong and unexpectedly so. But it's not unexpected. This is exactly what the map says, right? It's plus 1.5, plus 1.3. You look at the links between Guilford and Wake County and Durham County. You look at, I think there are like two places. You look at Orange, plus 1.1 them. You look at Alamance, plus 4.6 them. The links are getting stronger and stronger. These are huge population centers. Look at these populations in between, right? We're just talking about North Carolina. We got so many states to go through. Look at how many votes. Biden already won our Orange by how much, right? And it's still getting stronger. Alamance, Donald Trump actually won. So in this case, if Harris do better, she could flip Alamance County, which is huge. And then you look at the link between Durham County and where Fayetteville is, which is Cumberland. These are, look at this, Harnett County, Donald Trump wins by another 13,000 votes. And Wake County is actually the county Biden won bigly, right? And you got this Chatham County, Biden won. You got Harnett County where Biden lost, right? But you look at the change from 2016 to 2020, it's all going Democratic. This link is getting built. This link is getting built faster than all these other two links, right? You look at Harnett County, but this link between Charlotte and Fayetteville, this link is very far from being built. I think this part is too far. The cities are spread too far because these two are very close. They're separated by two counties. These are separated by like one county. These are separated by like three counties, like 2 or 3 counties. These are separated by like four or 5 counties. These are too far. This link is hard. So what you really see here is a city link here, a city link here, and city link here, in which Biden won one of the city link, which is I think is this one, but he lost this city link and he lost this city link. But if Harris was only able to get the city link here and here, she wins North Carolina. She doesn't need the quote-unquote suburbs, right? I mean, technically city links is a suburb because they're not like major urban centers. But when we imagine Harris winning, we don't imagine a map that's like all blue. Like, that's not what she needs. She doesn't need that. She doesn't need an all blue North Carolina to win. She just needs to win like one strip here, one strip here. Outperform Biden by 2 little strips, 1 county, 2 county. 1 county, 2 county. That's it. North Carolina goes blue. And this is very simple. I hear a lot of people telling me, why isn't Kamala Harris showing up in the suburbs? Why isn't Kamala Harris showing up in the rural areas? Look, when you look at this map, that's your first instinct, and I understand that because you look at all these red and you go like, look, wouldn't it be nice if Kamala Harris converted some of these red patches into blue patches? But the problem is, like, look at how small these counties are. And I'm not saying if you're in these counties your vote don't matter. Every vote is a vote. Every vote matters. But you look at all these like red patches. If she were to increase, let's say 30% in Yakin, she might as well be increasing it by 3% in Mecklenburg, in Charlotte, right? Because that's going to outdo 3% increase in Mecklenburg, in Charlotte City and in the bigger Charlotte area. It's going to outdo a 30% increase in Yakin, and plus like a surrounding whatever areas around Yakin that isn't close to Greenberg, right? So what she is doing by not going to the suburbs, she's attacking cities. It's exactly what she needs. She has to attack cities. Traditionally, how the race goes is that the Democrats hold urban centers, cities, and rings around cities. So basically greater city areas. And Republicans hold suburbs plus rurals. What Kamala Harris needs to do, the easiest path of victory Kamala Harris has to do is to just strengthen cities. And because Democrats wins city more than Republicans could win the combination of suburbs plus rurals in terms of the total number of votes, Republicans are constantly on the attack. They're trying to attack cities. And what Kamala, all she needs to do is to lock down cities. And the cities, once they expand, once they start to exert greater influence around their area, this city links, they will start appearing. And they will just turn blue without anyone campaigning there. Because if she wins Charlotte, if she expands to influence Charlotte, it's going to rub off on Rowan. Right? If she wins Guilford bigly, it's going to rub off on Davidson. And these like rubbing off, you wouldn't expect it because she's never there. But it matters. She wins the link here. She wins another link here. Boom. North Carolina goes to the Democrats. This is how it works. She is attacking cities, and that is absolutely correct. And she should be going around all the major cities. Just go to cities. Kamala Harris, please, if you're listening, you're not. I know you're not. I'm just saying this for the stream. Please do not let up on cities. Like, if you really got the free time and resources, but I don't think you have because there's like 20-something days to the election night, just stay with the cities. Just stick with the cities. These are where votes concentrate. If you tilt cities by like 3%, just 3%, 2%, no 2%, just tilt 2%, you'll be winning by a landslide. You'll be beating Obama, is what I'm claiming tonight. That is exactly what I'm claiming tonight. If you win cities by 2 to 3% more, Kamala Harris, Madam Harris, you are going to be kicking ass for decades to come with an electoral landslide that no one could have imagined possible, even if they thought you would win, right? And that's the point I'm making. Good morning, Titi Oshodi. Welcome to the stream. Good morning to y'all. And you know, another thing I want to take a look is why cities are important. Because this correlates so well. You guys are probably familiar with this. This is city lights of the United States in 2012. Okay, this is when Obama went against Mitt Romney. Okay, things have changed since then. It's been 12 years. Things changed, but overall, the cities are still the cities. And I downloaded this image. Let's take a look at this map. Do you guys see where North Carolina is? It's pretty simple. I already saw it. Where's North Carolina? If you go back to this map that we saw, you see these 4 cities. This is how you identify where North Carolina is. Greensburg, Durham, Fayetteville, Charlotte. You go back to this map, you see 4 dots here. So let me zoom in. Let me press edit. I'm going to zoom in. Well, if my computer allows me to zoom in, that is. It's not loading. Oh, it's loading. Great. Okay, if I zoom in and I scroll all the way here on the East Coast, do you see the 4 cities? Do you see the 4 cities here? It's right here. I'm going to mark up this, 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 and this. Obviously, this huge light here is Atlanta, right? This is Atlanta in Georgia. This is pretty obvious. These 4 cities correspond exactly to Greensburg, Durham, Fayetteville, and Charlotte. This is U.S. Satellite night light map by NASA. Okay? And where's North Carolina? It's simple. It goes something like this. It goes horizontal, and then it goes down like this. It stops at Atlanta, and it tilts up, scraping by, and then it goes down. So this is North Carolina. This part is North Carolina with the 4 cities here. And this is South Carolina, goes something like this. It goes up, it eats just into it, doesn't go over. And this is South Carolina. Georgia is like Atlanta. It goes over here, something like this. This is Georgia. And down here is Florida. This is Florida. Right, so this is North Carolina. This is South Carolina. This is Georgia. This is Florida. Can you guys see this? I hope you guys can see that. Does anyone think the hurricane would hurt Trump's chances in November? Absolutely. Don't forget Raleigh in North Carolina. Thank you for the 100%. Love y'all for all the reacts. I'm going to go to that, Nick. Thank you so much. Dr. Luis, I'm for Kamala. I'm going to tell you, look, I was suspicious of that too. I would tell you, stay with me on the stream. I'm going to tell you why I think it's very much possible. Right? I think the chat is frozen a bit. Sorry about that. Like sometimes that happens. My computer is kind of overloaded. Let's go back to the map. So if you compare this to the cities, you see in the satellite map what happens here. You see this link. Do you guys see this link between the 2 cities? Like this link is the link Biden lost. Like, can you see between these two? There are like a patch of lights linking it. Biden lost this link. Biden also lost this link. All right. So and Biden actually won this patch over here. This patch, they don't really have like one super big city. But if we go back again, it's this patch over here. You see in North Carolina, he won this patch. It's a very simple conclusion, guys. It's a very simple conclusion. Wherever there is light, there is blue wave. Remember this. Wherever there is light, there is blue wave. But that did not happen for Biden in a few places, right? It did not happen for Biden here. It did not happen for Biden here. And these 2 places where there was supposed to be a blue wave weren't, and he lost North Carolina by a hair. And if Harris simply maintains cities as guarantees, like almost guarantees of blue wave, she wins North Carolina. And by that, Atlanta, look at how big Atlanta is. And these are the cities around it, right? Atlanta, and this is one city, this is another city. We'll check out what that is. This is the link between Georgia and this city. Like if you guys live in Georgia, you probably know where this is, but for me I have to check. And this is another city, and this is the link, right? How is Harris going to win Georgia? It's pretty good morning, dormer mode. Welcome to the stream. If we go back, if we zoom into Georgia, Atlanta is right here, right? You guys see Atlanta? I didn't go through I didn't go through a Raleigh, but again, like I assume it's in Harris's hands anyway. But Raleigh is not a problem. The problem again is the city link. She has to get the link between the cities. She could uptake the city, of course she will, but she has to win the links between cities, right? So if you see Atlanta is right here, Columbus right here, and Macon is right here, or Macon, I don't know how to pronounce it. This is the city link. We saw the lights on the satellite map. These are the links. But what's the problem here? You see, in the Harris County, right above Columbus, Trump won. If we take a look at the changes, it's not going blue fast enough. Like some areas are going blue, some areas are going red, some areas are going blue. But if you take a look at the satellite map, if you take a look at Atlanta, Atlanta is right here. There's actually a strip of cities, like small cities. You can call them suburbs. I wouldn't call them suburbs. I would say that they're like small cities. Like this strip, he's not winning that. He's winning like the city itself, but he's not winning the strip, like the links. I keep saying this phrase called city links. He's not winning the links. And despite that, because he won Atlanta so decisively, let's zoom out. Let's go to 2020 results. He won Atlanta, a huge population center around Atlanta. Like 300,000 votes, another 300,000 votes, another 300. There's so many 300,000 votes around here. Like he wins Atlanta by like such a margin that he could forsake the links in between, right? And he still win Georgia by 11,780 votes. But that is precarious. You wouldn't want to repeat that. She is gonna match or exceed the performance in Atlanta, but if she really wants a landslide, which is possible, she has to win the links. She has to win LaGrange. She has to win Jones County, whatever there is. Like all these counties, they got some 10,000, 20,000 votes. They got 70,000 votes right here at Henry. They got Coweta at around 80,000 votes, 70,000 votes. These votes matter. Like, look at how much are going to Trump. It shouldn't be the case because remember, where there is light, there are cities. These are cities. These are small cities. You see like these like little dots in between. This dot over here, this dot over here, this dot over here. These are all cities. They are linked. They are linked cities between these major cities. And by right, Biden should have won these, but he did not. He just happened to scrape by because Atlanta is way oversized for Georgia. Like it dominates Georgia, which is why he can win Atlanta and kind of forget about the links and still win. But for North Carolina, you can't because the cities are. So they're kind of more evenly spread, like they're still dominant cities, but there are 4 of them, they're kind of equally dominant, and they're like 3 links. So right now, that's why Joe Biden lost North Carolina, because he did not win the links. This is what matters. And I'm convinced, because Kamala Harris is expanding her presence in cities, which will bleed outwards into the links. This is what matters. It bleeds out into the links. And if she wins the links, not the city, because she's guaranteed to win the cities. Like guarantee, okay, fine. She is going to win Atlanta. She is going to win Charlotte. She is going to win Raleigh. She is going to win Greensboro. But these are not surprising news. Is she going to win the city links? Because if she does, Korean... Oh, I love you. I love you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, you're right. I think some of you live in Georgia and North Carolina. Pardon me for my ignorance, because I'm not from there. I'm sorry if I sound ignorant. I keep calling it wrong. I'm trying my best to analyze, because I take a look at the map. There are a lot of places. You guys are way more knowledgeable than I am. Sometimes I really wonder what I can do on the stream without y'all participating. Thank you much, Ms. Korean. I love your super chat. Thank you for coming in. Democrats are running ads more often in Indiana. Possible. Peter Bradfield. Yeah, you deleted your message. Yeah, I saw it. Like between the metro area, like you said, it's the links. I keep emphasizing it's not the suburbs, because the suburbs are too huge. The area around suburbs, like if you look at the suburbs around Atlanta, look at how many counties are there around Atlanta. How are you gonna attack the place? You're not gonna be able to finish attacking the place. What you want is to attack the links, because the links are the second largest population centers other than the major metropolitan area, the greater area surrounding the huge cities, right? These are efficient pathways of attack. And all she needs to do is first make sure she's not losing cities to Donald Trump, which is what happened in Florida, which is why Hillary Clinton lost Florida, which is why Biden lost Florida, because they lost Miami, they lost Palm Beach, they lost Port St. Lucie. They lost the city. But Kamala Harris is not losing the cities. But can she grab the city links? And that's where her campaign has to focus on. That's where her campaigns has been focusing on, right? And this is where it matters. Like go to North Carolina again. If you go to the satellite map, these links, they contain hundreds and hundreds of thousands of votes. They seem so insignificant on the map because they're outshined literally by the major cities, but they're not. They are way, like, 5%, 3% tick in one of the link could give her the victory in North Carolina. I'm not even joking. And considering like Haley voters, I got news here. Let me swap back to the chat. Why did Hurricane Milton hurt Trump's chance? I'll get to that. I got so much to go through. Thank you for that question. I'll remember that question. Korean Kimi, you're welcome. I appreciate it so much and your time. Let's go. Thank you so much, Korean Kimi. Going back to the map, I'll answer your question, but let me finish off with the electoral analysis of the entire population here. When you look at South Carolina, it's quite curious because we don't got results from the changes, right? Because you swap the change. This is by New York Times. We don't really have like some of the areas, but we do got the results. If you take a look, Biden. Let me scroll out a bit so I can get larger counties. Like if you take a look at Florence County. Joe Biden barely lost. This is South Carolina. Right? Every place where they lost, look at Richland. Biden won. This is the largest county. Every time a Democrat loses a state, it's only one of the two reasons. It's never the suburbs. Everyone keep talking about suburbs. Suburbs is a GOP concern because they can't afford to lose suburbs. GOP has to think about suburbs, not us. Not the Democrats. Democrats do not worry about the suburbs because the contest has always been city plus city, greater metro versus rural plus suburb. We are not the people who should be worrying. If we win city and greater metro, we always win. Every single state where Joe Biden lost is because one, he lost major cities. Otherwise, two, he lost the city links. The greater metro area that connects two different major cities. Those are the only two reasons Biden lost a state. It applies to almost every single state, other than maybe like some of the really, really deep red ones. But even then, if he was able to decisively win, let's say, I don't know, we'll get to examples later. But every time we lose a state, it's always we're losing cities and we're losing city links, as in greater metro area linking to the different cities. It's always like that, okay? I do suspect a big link will develop. Peter, message retracted. I thought YouTube is auto-deleting your comments because your comments are fantastic. I love reading it. And the problem with polls, the election is about morals, period. There are many times people who never do a poll. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what you say. You agree to Theodore? I agree with that. 100%. And again, like going back to the map, can she win South Carolina? I don't know, because first of all, she has to win like how many cities did Biden lose? Let's scroll out a bit, because if you scroll in, it goes into like really, really nitty-gritty details. Look, Biden lost Horry County by what? Almost, he got like half. Trump is up 33. Like in South Carolina, this is why I say South Carolina is unlikely to go to Kamala Harris. I'm not saying it's impossible, but over here, Kamala has so much to do. She has to not only win the links, she has to win a city that is so far gone Trump. But look at this; these are cities. Again, let's look at the satellite map. Like this is Horry County, right? Horry County is right here. Look at, she's missing this city right here by half. This little light here goes dark. It goes as dark as here. Look at where North Carolina is. I bet if we go to North Carolina where the dark areas are, they're probably not even going to Trump by like, you see, like, it's plus how many? It's plus 33 in a major city in North Carolina, in South Carolina. Look at the dark, like lightless areas. The worst is plus 32 for Trump. Like if she can't even make a play here, and the play is even worse than this entire no man's land patch, she's not gonna win South Carolina, right? She's possible on the way to the landslide. By all means, I still believe that, but I'm not convinced she will take South Carolina, right? Because she has to. I mean, it's not impossible, but she has to first of all win a place that is so far gone, like Horry County, so far gone. And there are a few places where Biden is leading, right? But you look at Florence County, plus 2.3 Trump. We're losing big cities, right? When you look at Richland, it's a city that he won, but barely offsets the loss he incurred from Horry. And like other big city, he's losing. He's like winning, like William, He's losing Georgetown. He's winning Williamsburg. Like he's losing way too many cities in South Carolina. It's always the cities and the city links. It's never the suburbs. Suburbs are GOP problem. They are worried that they will lose a suburb and concede the advantage they've always had. Right? So that's their concern. That's not our concern. We shouldn't be asking Kamala to go to the suburbs. That's not our concern. That's not our turf. We don't need that to win. We just need big cities, and we just need the city links. Right? Erica P., please elaborate on your mistrust of polls. I will get to that. There's so much to get to, but basically, Donald Trump is literally sponsoring his own polls on 538. Like Erica P., he's flooding the aggregate with his own polls. Like, how can you trust this? Like, can you trust that? It's just insane. I mean, that's the brief summary I'll give you, but there's so many things. Rasmussen previously being found having colluded with the Trump administration. Right? They still got polls like Insider Advantage and Active Vote, which they own. I think either one of those two, I forgot. Like, there's so much like deep stuff beneath the polls. They're literally rigged. It's the funniest thing. The people who complain about fake news and rigging are the people who are openly displaying fake news and rigging the numbers. Like, this is, like I said, I will say it as many times as I need to. Every conservative accusation is a self-confession. South Carolina, it will go to 2020, possibly. The problem again is can Kamala Harris win all these cities that are so far gone? And my outlook here is probably not this time, because it's just too far gone. It's not too far gone in the sense that it's forever gone, but is she really gonna flip 33 points in one election cycle? Very hard. It's gonna be hard. It's too much of a tall order. Right, it's too much of a tall order, and not only that, she has to win the city links, which are doing pretty damn bad too. So South Carolina, I don't think she's gonna win. I do think she could maintain Georgia. All she needs to do in Georgia is to maintain Atlanta, maintain these two cities, and if she wants to solidify her win, get these links set up. These are the links that Biden was able to forsake because Atlanta is just huge. Right, he could just win Atlanta and just dominate Georgia, and a few of these cities here. Columbus is a big one. LaGrange, Macon. She just wins a few of these cities over here. Savannah, big cities. Just win a few of here. Dominate. He doesn't need a city links here because Atlanta is huge in itself, right? But if she wants to win Georgia safe, she has to win the links. She has to win these links here. There's going blue, but they're not going blue fast enough. They have to go blue a lot faster. Right? You look at all these blue areas. Look at the links. Look at Davidson and look at Rowan, Davidson. Look at the link. They're going blue, which is why I say Kamala Harris is favored to take North Carolina. Condition that one, she doesn't lose support in the cities, which she doesn't seem to be losing. In fact, she's gaining rapidly. And two, she builds links as the momentum suggests. If she's able to do that, she will win any state where those two conditions meet. Right, she'll win any state where once those two conditions meet, Democrats win the state. It's very simple. Angela, sorry, let me go back. My computer is lagging because I got so many terminals open. What constitutes a good and non-biased poll? I can't give an example because their sample sizes are ridiculously small, 1,000, and their margin of error is ±5. This is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. Do you think Harris can win Texas? It's possible. Not very likely, but it's possible. I'm gonna get to it. I got so many swing states to go through, guys. Tonight's stream is packed with content, with detailed analysis. I've been very confident that Kamala Harris will have a very solid win. Moment of terror, no. These are the policies. They're out there to intimidate voters like you because we care so much. Like Angela Wyburn. No worries. As long as we win, as long as we vote, again, dominate the cities and build the links. Dominate the city, build the link. Dominate the city, build the link. Once we get it done, we always win. Doesn't matter what state. It doesn't matter if it's freaking Kentucky. It doesn't matter if it's freaking West Virginia. We always win. Once that happens, grab the city, build the links. Look at the satellite map. If we repeat whatever that's, you look at all, they look like neurons reaching out to each other with synapses and tendrils. If we just follow the lights, if we win everywhere that's lit, Democrats win. It's very simple. The reason we're losing a state as like North Carolina is because the links here, Biden lost this link. Biden lost this link. And that's like 77,000 votes gone. That's it. And he loses North Carolina. The reason he doesn't lose Georgia is because look at how big Atlanta is. Look at how small these links are compared to Atlanta. Because this big circle here is Atlanta. And he just happened to scrape by. It's a very dangerous strategy. We can't rely on big cities because we don't know. Like sometimes we don't know, right? We're going to maintain the big cities, build the links between the cities. That is what we need. South Carolina, no, because the cities are like very far gone. It's possible we're getting like 2028, but this election cycle, very unlikely. We'll get to Florida. It's a very exciting place, but let's go up to Wisconsin. Wisconsin, the same idea, right? Let me cancel these. I don't want to save the changes. Let's go to Wisconsin, which is right here. Let's add it. It's taking forever, but let me go back to the chats. So the pool of people was heavy on Trump win. 9% of Republicans say they will vote for Kamala. That makes me feel better. Nick, I was just about to go through that. I'm going to go through that. I think like tonight's stream is like going to go way past the hour. Because I kind of had to sleep within the hour. But you know what? Screw sleep because this is so important. Look, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, somewhere here. Like you guys can see, right? And I'm going to do markups. So I think this is Chicago. Like you guys see like this huge. I think this is Chicago. Let's go back to the map. Chicago, right? I'm right. Like this, like you follow the lights. This is Chicago. Because wherever there's light, it ought to be a massive win for the Democrats. And if we go back to the map, we go back to 2020 results. We take a look at Illinois, Chicago. Biden won by plus 50, and Illinois is taken. That's it. Like if a state has a major city that dominates every other city, all Democrats do is to win that city decisively. Like in this case, you don't even need the city links. Like in Atlanta, Georgia, but it's safe that you do that, right? We want to be safe. He just wins Illinois, period. I'm not saying like that there are no votes in Rockford. I mean, clearly there are votes, but look at 1.7 million votes versus 500,000. Like, if we win everywhere where there are lights, we just win. Win the cities and we win. But the problem with Wisconsin is that if you take a look at Wisconsin, like there are like some big cities right off the corner of Chicago, but then they're like this somewhat, like they're like patches of other cities, and this is why building the city link matters in winning, right? If we go back to Wisconsin, Milwaukee, this Milwaukee is right here, Madison is right here. Like these are huge. Dane County, Milwaukee County, these are plus 40, plus 53 Biden, right? He's getting these cities, right? He's also like getting, I think, a city here, Green Bay. He's getting a Winnebago County, right? He's getting all these places, but then he's only winning by a small bit because there are still all these like little links you see here. He's missing the links. And Wisconsin, by this measure alone, if Kamala Harris is to repeat the win, on these like big cities, she is probably gonna win. But if she wants to play safe in Wisconsin, she better win these links. Because look at the votes. Sheboygan County, that's another 600,000 votes, right? You look at Manitowoc. Oh my God, Wisconsin's county names are just so difficult to pronounce. Who lives in Wisconsin? How do you guys get around? Damn. Outagamie County. Like, okay, I'm butchering the names, but you guys get the point. Like, these links got votes, right? And they are going to Trump. But again, like these, look at Milwaukee. It's dominating Wisconsin. Look at Madison. Dane County dominates Wisconsin. These are huge dominating cities. And Biden wins them like, and that's it. Like he's winning Milwaukee and Madison. He wins. He doesn't even win this. He's actually losing this. He's like losing this. He wins Milwaukee, and he's winning Madison, right? Plus huge win, like plus 53, plus 53 in Dane County where Madison is, and plus 40 where Milwaukee is. And the gap is like 200,000 more votes. And over here, another 200,000, 400,000 votes in addition. Like, even if he loses like this group of smaller cities here, like if he loses this like smaller clusters here, he still wins. But this is not, I mean, Kamala Harris will win Wisconsin if she repeats Biden's performance. Because again, we don't need the suburbs. I repeat that, guys. The news media, a lot of them, they're just telling this to make y'all anxious, to make y'all intimidated, so you can keep your eyes on the news, because you want to pay attention to what happens in suburbs, right? Like that's what they get you like fixated. But we don't need it. I got numbers to prove it. We don't need suburbs. The GOP needs suburbs. They are on defense on suburbs. We don't need suburbs. We need 1, major cities, 2, city clusters, and city links. That's all we need. Anytime we follow the light. When we win the light, we win the election. That's it. Let's go to Michigan. You go to Michigan, like all these red patches, I'll go to suburbs. She doesn't have to. Look at Detroit. Look at Oakland. Right? Look at Washington. Like, look at how much Biden is just crushing Donald Trump. Why can't I see Detroit? Why can't I see it? Whatever. We can look at Flint, right? Look at Lansing. Like these, you see like these areas. You see the city link being built in Michigan. I'm gonna swap to the changes. This entire patch here from Detroit, Flint, Lansing, like this triangle over here, plus Washtenaw County, like this entire box, the link. I mean, the link is boxing in the entire area. And this is why Michigan is almost a guaranteed win. Like, recently, we've got all these news saying Michigan is going to Trump. Well, the only possibility is he's going to take off like some of these big cities. Because otherwise, how is Trump going to win? Like, show me the numbers. Don't tell me he's going to win. Like, don't give me all these, like, garbage polls, like, with, like, 500 people polled through landlines. Like, I don't give a damn about these polls. I want to look at actual results. Like, you look at how they just got it locked down. Like, these 4 corners. Let's go to the satellite map. Like, let's go to the satellite map. Oh, oops. Do you see this? See this box over here? Can you guys see this? He got this lockdown, this lockdown, this lockdown, this lockdown. That's like half of Michigan. Follow the light. This box right here. Everything inside here is blue. How the hell is Donald Trump going to flip Michigan? Any of you in the chat still worried after I go through this? I mean, yeah, there's always the chance, but it's like very unlikely. I agree. Right? Mitch, massive wins here. You guys are right. I mean, again, like there's always a chance. I'm not saying it's absolutely impossible, right? I'm not saying it's absolutely impossible. But the thing is, when we look at the news and they say like Michigan's a flip, how? If Harris locks this down, like this entire box with all the links, this link here, this link here, this link here, this link here, even the like middle place where there's nothing, if she locks this box down in Michigan, and like maybe some greater areas like clusters over here, like all these clusters, how is Trump gonna flip? It's impossible. No matter how many suburbs Trump gets in the Michigan suburbs, by the way, they're pissing off suburban women because of J.D. Vance. How is Trump gonna win? I'm not saying it's impossible. Maybe Harris will lose some support in the cities. It's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but like you have to convince me of the numbers. I'm not convinced. Like these news outlets, these like mainstream news, like come on, like they're fear mongering to get y'all to watch. All right, let's look at Pennsylvania. This is the major state. Like people are telling me Pennsylvania is a toss-up. No, Pennsylvania is not a toss-up. Pennsylvania is solidly in the hands of Democrats. If it's always an if everyone goes out there to vote and the cities turn out, if the cities turn out and like a bit of the links turn out, it's freaking over. It's over. It's all about turn on the cities, and that's all Harris has been doing. Everyone's telling her go to the suburbs. That's what the news want to do. The news want to tell the viewers suburbs are important to the Democrats. And so the Democrat voter base will urge Kamala Harris to go to suburbs and try to change her decision. She is smart and her campaign team is smart. They know suburbs will not decide the election. What will decide the election is whether she will maintain and assert dominance over these major city centers and, again, city links, city clusters. That's where she's never at the suburbs, and I'm glad she's not fooled by the media. But a lot of us are. It's okay. I'm here to just dispel some myths thrown around by the media. Look, I'm okay with y'all making some assumptions there. It's fine, because I mean the media is quite deceptive sometimes, right? But Harris, I'm so glad she's not falling for the tricks, right? And again, if we go to Pennsylvania, look at this Philadelphia area. Okay, if she wins Philadelphia, let me zoom out just a bit. Oh, my computer's struggling. She wins. Look at Biden. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Look at Biden, plus 64. He's got 470,000 additional votes from just Philadelphia County, right? And you look at Delaware County. And this is PA. This is not Delaware State. This is PA, Delaware County. 100,000 more votes, right? You look at Bucks County, another 220,000 votes. You look at Montgomery, 150,000 more votes, right? You look at Chester, another 50,000 more, 60,000 more votes. And again, like he's losing some of these other smaller cities like Lancaster. Lancaster. He's losing a bit of a Reading. He's losing Allentown. He won Allentown by just a bit. He's like winning Northampton. If I can pronounce anything tonight. Yeah, he's losing a few. Like even when he loses a few of these like smaller city clusters, he wins like these big ones. Look, what Pennsylvania is. Look, it's on the East Coast, right? This is where New York is. This is the city center Biden won. Biden won this, like Pennsylvania somewhere here. Biden won this and he won the state. It's pretty simple. And Pittsburgh is right here. Pittsburgh, he won by 200,000. This is the Pittsburgh area, and this is the Philadelphia area. He wins Pittsburgh, he wins Philadelphia, and like a few cities, a few large counties, he wins Pennsylvania. Like, who gives a damn about the suburbs here? Like, who gives a damn? Like, Donald Trump has to worry about, like, this is why if everyone turned out, the Democrats always win. It's very simple. It's simple math, right? In fact, Biden didn't even lose. Biden did not even win this part. Remember, like the Allentown place, he did not win this part. This part he lost by quite a margin. He won like this little dot over here, and like this one dot, like this one dot here, he wins. I don't even think Pennsylvania. This is not part of Pennsylvania. I think this is part of. I don't think it's part of Pennsylvania. Is it? I think it is. I'm not sure. It might be part of Ohio. Or it might be Cleveland. I don't know. But basically, he wins like two major cities and a few other, again, city links. He locked this box in. Like this is a little strip here. If Kamala Harris wins this strip and this strip, she doesn't need suburbs. Right? And Biden already won the strips. All Kamala Harris can do now is just win the same way Biden won. She doesn't have. That's why she's campaigning in Pittsburgh. She's campaigning she's campaigning in Philadelphia. She's campaigning in Pittsburgh. She's like going between these two places. She's like ready. She went to like Harrisburg one time. She doesn't go to Allentown. She hasn't been to a Lancaster reading, because she doesn't go to Scranton. She just go to, again, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia and the surrounding areas of Philadelphia. That's it. She wins Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is locked in. Like 50% of the vote, if we go back to Pennsylvania over here, like 50% of the votes, like it's like in this area. This area has 50% of the votes. The remaining like 40% of the last 50% goes here. Like this entire area here, the like suburbs and the rurals has like no votes. So again, like if you're gonna tell me Donald Trump is winning Pennsylvania, Mike JP, welcome to the stream. Sean Freeman, vote. Look, guys, if you're gonna tell me that Donald Trump is flipping Pennsylvania, you're telling me Donald Trump is gaining in the cities. because those cannot be mutually exclusive. There are not enough votes in the rural areas for Donald Trump to make a win. Period. So if the enthusiasm of Kamala Harris is increasing in the major cities, she can't lose. This is the logic we must ingrain into our minds. The suburbs are already counted, and they don't stack up against big cities. They will never stack up to big cities. 1%, 2% increase in a city is like a 10%, 15% in like a cluster of suburbs, right? And in this case, look, if we go to the 270 map, the blue wall, I mean, she's taking the blue wall, she's taking North Carolina, she's taking Georgia because she's rising in Atlanta, and she's probably building some links in Georgia. I mean, Nevada and Arizona, again, we can take a look. Nevada is a complete lost cause for Donald Trump, which is why he never had even one campaign in Nevada. And I mean, that's pretty smart, honestly. Because Nevada, let's go to Nevada. Okay, this is Las Vegas. Like, can you guys see this? This is Las Vegas. I don't even gotta zoom in. You know what? I'm gonna zoom in. Forget it. I'm gonna zoom in. Like, you look at the light. Follow the light. That's where Democrats are winning hard. Should be. And if we don't, that's the state we'll lose. It's always like this. And this is why I say Kamala Harris can very easily beat Obama's numbers. And it's us that don't believe this, right? This is Las Vegas. I don't even gotta see the map. This is Las Vegas. And this is probably Phoenix, Arizona. Like, do you guys want to bet? Like, I go to the map. This is exactly what it's going to look like. I didn't preempt this. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat. Let's go back to the map. Let's zoom out a bit. Go scroll on the map. We go to Nevada, Las Vegas here. You guys see that? Like, right to the side of California, and Phoenix right here. Boom. Phoenix, Las Vegas. Can you guys see that? Las Vegas here in the middle of California, and Phoenix right at the tip of California. It's simple, and we're winning. We're crushing these cities. Las Vegas, we got 100,000 more votes here. And Reno, we got another 60,000 more votes. You think like, oh, that's not even. Look at how many people are there in the entire patch. Like, look at the entire patch. I think Reno's right here. Let me do a markup. I think Reno's right here. I think this part is Reno. This is Las Vegas, right? And yeah, or rather, I think Reno's up here. This is Las Vegas. I think this is part of California. This is Las Vegas. This is Reno. We win. Look at the rest of Nevada. Like, there's like nothing. There's nothing in Nevada. If you win Reno, if you win Las Vegas, Nevada is ours. Donald Trump cannot be leading Nevada at all. It's not possible. It's impossible. Bubble wrap. The latest Times has found Donald Trump's 6-point advantage in the bull crap. Bull crap. It's just bull crap. I can tell right now, because when they say that, they're saying Las Vegas is winning for Trump and Reno's winning for Trump. There's no alternative, because again, the suburbs will never add more enough and the rural regions for him to be up by 5. It's not possible. The only possible way they're saying is Kamala Harris is losing in Reno, both Reno and Las Vegas. And if she is not, then she's winning in Nevada. Right? This is the choice is binary here. There's no in between. She's gonna keep Nevada, and you look at Phoenix, almost 2 million votes in Phoenix alone. Right? You got Tucson. If she wins Phoenix and Tucson, that's a win. If she wins Phoenix, Tucson, because the other places they got some votes, right? They got some votes here. Nothing as ridiculous as Phoenix. 2 million as in a rather small state in Arizona. Tucson, another half a million. Like, these are 2.5 million votes in Arizona. Like, these two cities make up such a large portion of Arizona. If we win that, that's it. There's no chance, right? So the map, I mean, you guys call this a landslide. This is just normal. This is not a landslide, guys. Like, what have we done to our own psyche? We listen to all these fear-mongering bullcrap from all these like mainstream news. This is not a landslide. This is normal. This is what Joe Biden did. In fact, he underperformed. He underperformed the norm by losing North Carolina, which I think Obama took it once. Like, Biden actually underperformed the norm. This is the Democratic norm. And they got us fearing Donald Trump will win the blue wall like in 2016. Like, come on. Like, guys, you guys are you have been paying attention too much to all these fear mongers in the news because they want to get ratings, right? Because if you feel like you're winning, you might not be tuning in. You might just go to the ballot box and vote, right? You might not be interested in tuning because if one day they're saying Harris is winning, the next day they say Trump is winning, they're gonna get you beyond the news every single day tuning into their program, right? Like, do you guys agree? Like, there's an incentive to flip-flopping the race. If you realize the race just keep flip-flopping, but there are not so many events, major events happening in between for you to flip-flop this much. But again, and so does the polls. They're out there to farm ratings. Yeah, exactly. Two-thirds of people in Arizona live in Maricopa County. That decides the election. If she wins that, she wins Arizona. The only possible way for her to lose is to lose that county, which she's not looking to lose this time, at least not as of now. Okay? This is the norm, guys. Drill this picture into your mind. This is the average performance of a Democrat if he or she is able to activate the cities like they should. Right? This is the norm. If we vote, we always win. We will always win all 7 swing states. There's no such thing as the quote-unquote swing state. It's because Hillary Clinton messed up so badly, so poorly. If you go to Obama's map, like, where are the swing states? Like, he won the entire Midwest. Yeah, he lost Arizona, he lost Georgia, he like ate up the entirety of the Midwest. Like, where are the swing states? There are no such thing as quote-unquote swing states. Like, these swing states are like, by default, Democrat states. And the only way we can lose them and swing them the other way is if Kamala Harris messes us up, again, 1, big cities, 2, city clusters or city links. If she doesn't do that, this is the norm. This is the norm. Guys, do you guys hear me now? Tell me in the chat. There's like 100 of you listening live right now. Tell me in the chat, do you guys hear me? Kamala wins. JB, ODS, AJ. Unless she grossly underperforms, she is going to win. There is no swing state. Okay, assuming everyone goes out to vote, which is a big assumption, but according to her enthusiasm, that seems to be the case. Now, the title of the video is, or at least the thumbnail is, that she's going to beat Obama numbers because of this one thing. Because, well, if she takes Texas and Florida, she'll beat Obama. In fact, if she just takes Texas and without Florida, she still beats Obama. But she's going to take Texas, she's probably going to take Florida anyway, right? Or she could possibly lose Texas and pick up Iowa and like maybe Maine's 2nd district and match Obama's numbers. But let's take a look at Florida and Texas. Let's go back to the map. I've gone, and I mean, again, like Nikki Haley voters, I got this article for before we go to Texas and Florida. Bulwark poll. Okay. Here's the number. Against Joe Biden, Donald Trump with Nikki Haley voters, 59-28. Okay? But after that, Kamala Harris, 45-36. It is a 22 percentage point change within the Haley voter base. 22 percentage point change in the Haley base. Do you know what that means for a state like North Carolina? Do you know what that means? I mean, I could show you. Let's go to North Carolina. She's got like almost a quarter of votes here. Like, that's insane. Against Donald Trump. You're telling me she's going to lose North Carolina? By what metric? By all these fear-mongering bull news and polls? Because I don't believe it. I just take a look. It doesn't look realistic at all. Right? And again, if we go back to Texas and Florida, I went through Texas and Florida way too many times. But for all the new viewers, the reason Biden lost is not because Florida is a Republican bastion. Okay, like that's just a catch-all term that means nothing. She is gonna win Florida if she wins 2 places where Biden lost big time. And that is, let's zoom out, Miami-Dade and where is it? And where Palm Bay Brevard. Okay, Joe Biden lost Brevard, where Palm Bay is. Okay, I think he also lost St. Lucie County, these major cities, Indian River County, right? All these. Palm Beach, he won by 13. That's good. Miami, not enough. 7.4, not enough. Broward, good performance. The reason why he's losing is because, like, look at these cities. Look at these like other big cities around the East Coast. St. John's losing, and on the west side of the Florida's coast, at the Gulf side, losing. Just losing. Like Tampa, he's like winning by a bit, like barely winning in Tampa. Losing the cities, losing Charlotte, losing Lee County, just losing all the cities. He's like winning Leon County, sure, like all these other cities, losing all the cities. Biden win like Alachua County, like these are like smaller city, landlocked cities. He's like losing so many of these like coastal cities. It's not the suburbs. It doesn't matter if Republicans set up some GOP MAGA bastion somewhere deep in the rural areas. If Kamala Harris crushes Miami-Dade, if Kamala Harris crushes Palm Beach, if Kamala Harris wins St. Lucie, if Kamala Harris takes Brevard, right, and all these like Daytona Beach area, like all these Gulf areas, these cities, like again, like let's go back to the map. Go back, cancel. Let's go take a look at Florida. Look at how bright Florida is. You know how much Biden lost the cities in Florida? It's ridiculous. This is why I say Florida is in play, because all she needs to do is invigorate voters, young voters, all these like city types, come out and vote blue. People keep telling me Florida's not. I'm not saying she's going to take Florida. I never said that. I never said she's going to take it. But it is in play. Look at Florida. This is Florida right here, right? This is Florida. Let me mark this one up. This part is Florida, something like that. Okay, something like this is Florida. Okay, Biden like won this part. It's very bright, but look at how many cities are there. He's losing this entire part. This whole part he lost, and he's like losing chunks over here. He's losing chunks over here. He's like losing chunks over here. Like he's losing like this link over here. These parts are just gone. And despite that, he just won like this like very bright area over here. Like this like very bright area. He won like this. Look at how bright. It's almost white out here. Look at how bright this is. He won this, and like some like small parts over here that lost this whole patch, right? He lost this whole patch. And he only lost Florida by 3.3%. By 3.3 points. Right? Like, guys, you are telling me Florida's not in play? Sukla Raye, welcome to the stream. Bubble Rep, welcome to the stream. Orlando, Tampa, Miami is the link. You are the brightest star today. Christian Viles. Very under weather. Take good care, Christian Viles. I can't afford losing you, buddy. Man, come on. Take care of yourself. Politics is important, but you got to take care of your health. Thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Orlando, Tampa, Miami is the link. You are so right. Let's go back to the satellite map. If they take this part, this strip right here, she could lose again, like Biden lost in the Gulf. She could lose the Gulf and this entire area here, and she win. She just had to take the East Coast, but that's not what Biden did. Biden lost like some Palm Beach areas. He lost like some areas here. He lost like a bit here. He won this part decisively. I mean, we don't even need all the cities. Look, we don't even need this entire block of huge cities on the Gulf. We just need, like he said, this East Coast strip, and she wins Florida. It's not big math. We don't need big math. Cities and city links. It's over. We could flip Florida. It's not that far away, guys. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you all these like fear-mongering news. And again, I'm not saying she is gonna win. Okay, like don't quote me out of context. Look, off of this map, where is Houston? Guys, where is Houston? Don't look at the electoral map. Where's Houston? I already saw it. Where's Houston, Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio? Can you guys see? Where is it, guys? There's 100 of you watching. Where are these cities? Tell me, where is it? Where is Houston, Dallas, Austin, and San Antonio? In Texas. Texas is the last day we'll wrap up with Texas. Where is it? Okay, I already see it. Add it. I'm going to add it. I already see it. Okay? There's 100 of you. I spy with my little eyes. Okay. You know, where is it? There we go. Okay, mark up. This is Houston. This is Dallas. This is Austin. And this is San Antonio. You want to bet? And Texas is like somewhere here. Like this is something like that. I'm not very exact with it. This is Texas, and these are these places. This is Houston. This is Houston. This is Dallas. This is Austin. This is San Antonio. Let's go to the map. I didn't do this beforehand. I didn't pre-read the state. Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio. Okay? Now look at that. Look at what we have here. Exactly that. Again, Texas is a very special state because it's very large, and there are like links here. There are like small links here, but the strategy for Texas is something like Georgia. It's not the same as Florida. Florida is about the city links. Texas is about the major city like Atlanta in Georgia, or like Reno and Las Vegas in Nevada, like Phoenix in Arizona, right? She wants to win big. She wants to win Houston. She wants to win Dallas. She wins Austin and San Antonio and some other big cities here, right? She wins Victoria. She can win like somewhere other. She wins Tyler, right? Because the links are kind of hard to be built, right? There is a link between Austin and San Antonio. This link over here, you guys see this? This link. But Texas it's too big. The state is way too big. Like it's very hard to link up. You can consider like San Antonio, Austin, like maybe we call it Greater Austin area. And her strategy to flip Texas is very simple. Win Houston harder, win Dallas harder, win Austin harder, win San Antonio harder. That's her strategy for Texas. And if she's able to do that, I mean, people keep telling me about the border. Oh, the border is going red. Look at the big red patch on the border. It's over. Texas is going plus 20. Are there even any votes here? Where are the big cities? We don't see no lights here. Where are the lights at? Like I think El Paso. This is El Paso. El Paso is right here. El Paso's got lights. I think this is Starr County or something. I think it's Hidalgo. I think Hidalgo's over here. Like, where are the lights? Like, this entire border strip over here, it's got nobody. There ain't not one person here. Where are the lights at? Right, let's take a look. Cameron County, Hidalgo, right? You see this strip, this blue strip here? You see how blue this is? Right? You see this little strip here? You see that? This is the border, right? They're still blue. They're trending red, which is bad. Right? This is the area that's trending red. And then like you got El Paso over here, which is this light part. It's over here. But like there's no one in between. There's like Texas is not about city links. Texas is strictly about cities. If Kamala Harris scores big on the cities, she wins Texas. That's it. Texas don't need links. It's too big. And there's not enough votes in the link anyway. Skipped a meal. Thank you from Canada. Love you, buddy. That's it. If she wins Dallas harder, if she wins Austin harder, she wins Houston harder, she wins San Antonio harder just by a bit. I mean, Biden's already winning it kind of hard. expand the areas. Like, look at Collin County. Biden lost Collin. How did Biden lose Collin County? Right? You see, like, this is ridiculous. Denton County lost 8.1. Tarrant County barely winning. Johnson County, all these, Alice County, Kaufman County, Hunt County. You look at Houston, Liberty County, Montgomery. Like, come on, plus 44 Montgomery. Like, look at these numbers, horrible numbers for Biden. Fort Bend, Waller, Brazoria. All she needs to do again, like, just push these blue areas. Like, it's going blue. Like, look at how much bluer it's going. Make it even bluer than that. She wins Dallas harder, like the greater metro area, greater Dallas. She wins greater Austin. She wins greater San Antonio, greater Houston. She wins. The entire border part doesn't need to be meddled with. Nobody cares. There are no votes. Land doesn't vote. People do. We don't care, okay? Stop telling her to go to the suburbs. She doesn't need to go to the suburbs. Win the cities. And she flips Texas. And by that, I'm calling it, if this is a big if she wins harder in the key states and the key cities of Texas, if she's able to form the link all the way from Jacksonville, if she's able to form the East Coast link in Florida, she is going to win by a landslide. She is gonna win all 7 swing states, which is the norm. This is not a land. This is norm. And she's going to win Florida, Texas, putting her 389 electoral landslide win against Donald Trump, beating Obama's number against McCain. And this is a possibility. And Harris is on trail to doing this right now. And she's on the right track. And with this, guys, now with this, I'm going to cut this one close. I will declare as of today, 12 October, in my time, probably your time too, if you just woke up, that at bare minimum, okay, let's give it even worse. Let's make it the worst way. The worst way is this way. At worst, Kamala Harris will meet Biden's number, and at best, she will win a massive blue tsunami landslide of 389 electoral votes, completely crushing Donald Trump and the GOP, flipping Texas and Florida, inaugurating her as the 47th president of the United States of America. Remember, screw the polls, screw the news. Vote, vote, vote. When blue votes, blue wins. Period. We don't pay attention to all these other nonsense, all these noise, dissuading you, intimidating you, giving you anxiety and making you sick, cutting your turnout. We don't care. Go out there and vote. It doesn't matter where you're from. Vote, vote, vote. And with that, guys, another fire live stream tonight. From my mouth to God's ears. Thank you, Dennis Garcia. And with that, may God bless America. Thank you all for watching and have a good day ahead.